Tara Hanlon, a British woman, was jailed after she was caught smuggling millions of dollars in cash to Dubai. She was stopped as she tried to board a flight to Dubai in October of 2020 with 5 suitcases containing more than 1.9 million euros in sterling currencies. Could this be the only and major reason why she's called the Queen of Money Laundering? I'll be shedding some more light on that in today's video, so stay tuned. Before we dive into this video, give a like, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our new videos. For the record, Tara Hanlon, a 30-year-old party-loving lady, received cosmetic surgery to appear like her hero Kim Kardashian. Hanlon used to say that she had the perfect life because of her employment. She was apprehended when she attempted to board an aircraft to Dubai on October 3rd of 2020 with more than 1.9 million euros in cash. Hanlon was stopped at the airport by a customs agent on the day that she was detained while flying with a companion to Dubai, saying she was going on a girls' trip and had just checked in the 5 luggage for personal reasons. Detectives believed Hanlon was a part of a wider network of couriers who tour regularly between Britain and Dubai with cash hoarded in their luggage. Prior to the investigation, Hanlon's arrest sparked a National Crime Agency (NCA) probe, targeting a suspected network of couriers, allegedly responsible for laundering more than 50 million euros in criminal profits. It sparked a broader investigation that led to 8 others being arrested over a suspected 50 million euros international money laundering racket. Ian Truby, a senior officer organized by the UK's National Crime Agency, said, "Cash is the lifeblood of organized crime, and Tara Hanlon was heavily involved in moving several million pounds out of our country. Our investigation identified millions of pounds of what we suspected are criminal profits being flown out of the country to be laundered. What we have seen is huge shipments of cash, with couriers carrying multiple suitcases with up to £500,000 in each case." Tara Hanlon denied traveling with cash in her suitcase, but was afterward taken into custody and arrested for money laundering after officials found the cash. The bundles were covered in coffee in an apparent attempt to disguise them from being picked up by dogs, sniffer dogs. NCA investigators traced her travel patterns over the previous months and discovered that she had made 3 other trips in July and August of 2020 on several occasions. Inquiries with the Dubai authorities indicated that on each occasion she had declared carrying more than £1 million in cash upon arrival. The discovery of the 5 suitcases was characterized at the time as the massive individual cash seizure at the border that year. Hanlon appeared at the Isleworth Crown Court on Thursday, June 3rd, for a short hearing, wearing a powder blue jacket over a white top, and she pleaded not guilty. The messages found on her phone were told by Mr. Rasaya to the court. It was revealed that Hanlon had a deeper role in the operation, as the two had discussed involving other couriers. Hanlon had also celebrated the payment of 3 big ones following the first trip, depicting in a message to the woman, "With this wage and the next, my debts go by. Time for TT to live her best life." Stephen Gradage, while defending, said that as the money was being declared in Dubai and the recruiter had mentioned an account being involved in the payments, Hanlon believed the business was legitimate. Hanlon's mother died during the onset of the first COVID-19 outbreak, barely a day before she was furloughed from work, according to Stephen Gradage. People furloughed really did think they weren't going to be going back to those jobs, and the enormity of it was mixed for this defendant with grief and loss of friendship and colleagues during the lockdown. He stated that Hanlon thought the visits were unlawful, but had convinced herself that they were legitimate because the payment was disclosed upon arrival in Dubai. Hanlon claimed that it was the first trip that she had taken, that she wasn't being paid since she believed it to be legal, as the money would be affirmed in Dubai. She said she had been asked to fly out to provide a hair service for a contact, who turned out to be her recruiter, in return for free flights and accommodation. The money was found in vacuum-packed bundles, which had been concealed under coffee in a noticeable attempt to disguise them. But interrogation with the airline and a search of the defendant's phone by authorities disclosed that she had made 3 earlier visits in July and August as a courier, and had been paid €3,000 for each trip. The national crime officers discovered Hanlon had declared she was holding up more than $1 million in cash upon arrival each occasion, amounting up to €3.5 million. Stephen Gradage, however, claimed Hanlon was vulnerable at the time of the offenses due to the sudden death of her mother in March and was furloughed from her job shortly afterwards. Although you were vulnerable at the time, I don't find that you have been exploited, and find that you knew what you were doing," Judge Karen Holt explained during the sentence. "There's clearly an element of greed here," says Judge Karen Holt. "You were motivated by personal gain, and it was criminal conduct over a sustained period of time when it was very difficult of a time and very few were traveling. But you were." Hanlon eventually admitted money laundering charges and was sentenced by a judge at Isleworth Crown Court to 34 months in prison. She admitted 3 counts of removing criminal property, relating to cash amounts of £1.4 million on July 14th, and £1.1 million on August 10th, and £1 million on August 31st. Tara also pleaded guilty to attempting to remove £1.9 million in criminal cash from the country on the day that she was arrested. The judge had set a further plea and directions for a hearing for April 30th, and a potential trial date has been set for July 26th. Ms. Hanlon lost her mother Angela in March and lived at her parents' €140,000 3-bed semi-detached. In an exclusive interview with Mail Online before her granddaughter confessed the crime, Maureen Downs, 80, said, "I know my granddaughter, and she would never do anything like what she's accused of. She has a heart of gold. She's a lovely girl and has never ever been in trouble." She added, "I want to know if somebody switched her bags. I can't see her having the confidence to go through an airport like that," suggesting her naive granddaughter may have been the victim of a setup. Ms. Downs said Hanlon was devastated by the loss of her mother at the end of March last year, saying, "My daughter died, and we lost another relative to cancer. Tara was heartbroken. It's been a horrible year." She added, "I can't sleep, and I hope I'm gonna wake up from this nightmare." Tara has never taken any drugs. She's always worked, and when she was 14, she had a job at a golf club. She has always been working. She was into partying. She liked a bit of glamour. Her grandmother went on as she tries to defend her granddaughter. She wanted to look like that Kardashian woman who had her lips done like her. She also added that. Prosecutor Nathan Rosiah said the charges were related to 3 trips and 1 failed attempt in October. The officer searched her and her luggage, finding quantities of cash vacuum-packed and covered in coffee powder. Nathan Rosiah said, Tara Hanlon believed she was going to be living a jet-set lifestyle. Rather, she is now serving a prison sentence. I hope her story is a cautionary one of others who consider doing the same. Stopping the flow of illicit cash is a priority for the NCA and our partners, said Ian Truby. We are determined to do all we can to stop that flow of illicit finance and disrupt the criminal networks involved in money laundering. Previously, before the arrest, Ms. Hanlon was a beauty recruitment consultant at Goodall Brazier in Leeds City Center. The company declined to comment on her arrest due to the ongoing criminal investigation. The images of Ms. Hanlon on the firm's website display her changing appearance over the years due to her various surgeries. Ms. Hanlon was an amazing user of social media, especially Instagram and Twitter. Her posts contain photos of beauty products and images of her posing with friends, who include local models. The accounts have since been deleted. In the record, 3 men and 5 women, alleged to be cash couriers who hid large amounts of money and luggage on commercial flights to Dubai from Heathrow and Manchester airports, were apprehended as a part of the investigation. A month after Hanlon was caught, Czech national Zdeněk Kamarit, 38, was arrested as he tried to board a flight from Heathrow to Dubai with €1.3 million in cash in his bags. He was jailed for 2 years in March after pleading guilty to money laundering offenses. So far, 21 additional suspected couriers linked to the network have been interviewed by NCA investigators. 10 have been arrested and 8 in a series of raids. All were later released under investigation. The man arrested today is suspected of having played a key role in the movement of tens of millions of pounds of criminal cash out of the UK, where it could be laundered to invest in further criminality. NCA Senior Investigating Officer Ian Truby announced, the criminal network he has been involved in is one of the biggest of its kind we've investigated, paying couriers thousands to carry millions of pounds at a time crammed into suitcases. This type of activity is the lifeblood of organized crime, which cannot function without it. Ian Truby further disclosed. Thanks for watching the video. Do give the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to get notified when we post new videos.